Alrighty, I want to take the time to wish everybody a very, very happy Easter. A happy Easter to all my peeps out there. I hope you and your family are safe and away from all the corona cooties that are out there, alright? Alright, so let's kind of get into some things because I've been going back and forth with a lot of people almost all night long. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on in Iraq. And in case you haven't figured it out, no array change as predicted did not happen. Okay, so the YouTuber we will not name, I already posted a video explaining things to you inside the Facebook group. I'm just through. You guys don't have to keep notifying me when he drops stupid videos, okay? If by now you haven't figured out this guy no longer has any credibility left, I don't know what more to say. Just, maybe you want to follow him for shits and giggles. I don't know. I mean, it is entertaining. I laughed. The last video I did and posted on Facebook, you hear me laughing the entire time, along with a group of other people. So here it is. Here's what's upsetting about it. Because, I've had people defending the name we will not mention. And I get it. You know what I mean? They wanted so bad to believe that he actually had gotten a message from God and that God told him when the rate change was going to happen, and they really full-heartedly vested themselves emotionally into this, and they believed it. And now they feel upset about this. All right, if you add in what's going on with the coronavirus and everybody's financial future being uncertain, and then you have this person telling you that God spoke to them and that your dreams were all going to come true on a specific day, especially on Easter of all days, talk about a resurrection. It wouldn't just be a resurrection that we would be celebrating. It would be your own financial resurrection as well. So yes, I get it. I understand that you guys are upset. But I also told you guys that he was the only person that was putting all his eggs in the basket for this weekend. And now we see he's flip-flopping. He's now pushed it to the other weekend. I don't know what to say about that. Don't care no more. He has no credibility. All we could do is just pay attention to what's going on in news and watch for some better signs than tarnishing the name of God by claiming God told you something that didn't come true. All right, that's just terrible. You guys know that's one of my biggest pet peeves in this thing is people using God's name to really just woo over those people of faith, and it's really, really sad to see because I absolutely know that people do have a lot of faith in their own relationship with God, and for whatever reason, they put a lot of belief into this person who let you down. He didn't just discredit himself, but he also tarnished the name of God, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, seriously, I really was hoping that it would happen this weekend because it would have benefited us all. But let's stop talking about that and get into some other news, okay? Let's talk about something that could be more positive, okay? First of all, I told you guys, this is interesting to me. I told you that for whatever reason, I can't understand why the Dow is continuing to rise considering everybody's on lockdown. Excuse me. Coronavirus. No, I'm just teasing. So, even with everybody on lockdown, the markets are still going up. That's a sign of something that I had said back in 2018. I really felt like this market was going to be artificially pumped. It looks like it's going to happen. But again, we can benefit from it if you know what you're looking for and know how to get on this ride and get off at the right time. If you get on this ride and you start making money and you jump off and all of a sudden you say to yourself, dang, I could have made a few more $100, and that greed pumps in and you jump back in the market, it's at that moment when you're not paying attention that you wake up and you've lost everything. So look, don't get greedy. Watch the market. Let's take advantage of a very serious roller coaster ride coming on. I told everybody about cryptocurrencies. Here we are looking. They seem to be stable. They're not really going up. They're not really going down. At one time, XRP did reach the 20-cent mark again, but has been teetering between the 19 and 20-cent mark. We have Bitcoin halving coming up. Bitcoin's teetering around $7,000. A lot of these people out there in the crypto world are saying, hey, these are some, some of these marks are need to be pushed through on these marks. I don't know. What I'm watching is this. Bitcoin halving's coming up in May. They have about approximately a month left to do something about the rate and the value of Bitcoin. If it doesn't get to a certain dollar amount, then it doesn't do them any good to mine the coin anymore. And I'm not so sure what that's going to do to the Bitcoin or to the cryptocurrency market, to be quite honest with you. It has the potential to really just damage the entire market if people stop mining Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the granddaddy of them all. It is the most valuable coin. And if people lose faith in Bitcoin, what does that mean for the rest of the cryptocurrencies? You know what I mean? So let's just kind of keep an eye on it and see what happens. And hopefully we start to see a run here. But I say right now is the time. For those of you who are interested in cryptocurrencies, I'll leave a link in my description. If you follow it, it does take you to Bitcoin. And in there, you could follow it and get $10 free of Bitcoins. And then as well as once you're a member, if you go down, you can scroll down and earn up to $160 worth of free cryptocurrencies. All right. So just, again, there's going to be a short time in which we could benefit from this. I already told you guys my plan. And once I'm going to ride this thing out for a few more weeks and see what happens after that, it's kind of hard to have any faith in this market. Just because of everything else that's going on and what I'm anticipating coming, which is a huge crash. Okay. If you haven't already, let me encourage you guys to do so. Inside Facebook, we have a group called Pimpy's Investment Chat once it pops up. Okay, here it is. Anyways, Pimpy's Investment Chat, it's the same name as my YouTube channel. I encourage everybody to come here. Inside this group, we talk about everything from Iraqi dinar to the Vietnam dong to Zim dollars, gold, silver, cryptocurrency. So come on in. You know what? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. There are a lot of very knowledgeable people in here, and everybody, for the most part, is respectful of one another. So again, I'll leave a link in the description. I hope you come and join us. Now let's get into Iraq really quick. So look, this is what I've been talking about, and I'm hoping happens, to be quite honest. One of the ways, or one of the sure ways, that we could get rid of the Iranian influence is just to dissolve the parliament altogether. I've been campaigning for that, and I think it's about to happen, because let me show you why. We spoke about this before on this channel, and that is the president of the Republic of Iraq. This is his last opportunity, according to their constitutional Article 76, to go ahead and appoint and get voted into office a prime minister. If that does not happen, the prime minister has the right to go ahead and dissolve the parliament and then announce elections within 60 days. That's what we want. We know that the factions inside of the parliament don't all agree with one another, and the most powerful voting bloc in there is the Shiites, the Iranian-backed Shiite members, who are really not there for the Iraqi people. They are under the thumb of Iran, and this is not what we want there. This is not what the Iraqi people need. They don't need a corrupt government in there that's more interested in doing things for a country next to them instead of focusing on their own people. Okay, there comes a time when people go, oh, nationalism just sounds bad. No, there's a time when you need to help your own people first. That's what nationalism is, helping your own people first. All right. Trump gave a great speech at the UN in which he told everybody, when he said make America great again, what he meant was this. And he encouraged other world leaders to do the same. And that is, you need to focus on your own people first before you can help other people. Once you're done and your people are good to go, then you can afford to help other people. And that's what's got to happen here in Iraq. We need a government that's going to get in there and focus on getting these people out of the poverty that they're in. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. To be quite honest, it's disgusting to me, and it's sad. I really, really hope and pray for the people of Iraq. They have one of the wealthiest nations in the world, and I said this before, there's no reason for this. Iraq is one of those places that I do want to go visit once things, calm down with the coronavirus, calm down with these proxy wars, and, hopefully, again, they'll be open to America and we could go in there and safely travel around. The Sumerian temples are there. There's all kinds of holy sites that I really want to go and visit. So anyways, here it is right here. The Article 76 of the Constitution granted the President of the Republic 3 times. And in the case that the first fails, the second is charged and then the third. We already know that twice now he's attempted. Al-Khazami is his last opportunity. If this doesn't pan out in 30 days, he will dissolve the parliament, and 60 days after that, or within 60 days, that there will be an election. Now, I know a lot of us want the rate change to happen right away, and it will happen. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. Most likely sooner. I still anticipate it happening here soon. Okay, but to be quite honest with you, I really hope they do dissolve the parliament. And yes, that means we're going to go another 30 days, and we're not going to see any action within the government of Iraq. Sorry, the Iraqi people are more important. You know what I mean? So let's just, I'm willing to wait if it means them getting a government in there for the people, okay? Of the people, as a matter of fact. So, Al-Kazami, just like our boy Zarfi, starts to look like he's gaining a lot of support. We'll see where that leads to. So, Al-Kazami expresses Blashart's satisfaction with the conduct of the government formation. And we all know who this is. Blashart is the UN lady. I don't know if you guys seen her speeches. She does them. She's with the United Nations, and her job is to basically babysit Iraq, unfortunately. But you got to understand that they need her to give the green light before their currencies can be recognized internationally, before Iraq can be back on the international stage. So everything rides on this woman right here. Okay? So we are paying attention to what she is doing. This is her name. I think it's pronounced Janine Hansen Blackshart. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but whatever it is. Here it is. Her videos come out. I believe it's either once a week or once every other week. You can watch her on YouTube. She talks and gives report cards to the United Nations on what's going on in Iraq. All right. Again, we really need her to be happy. So this article goes on about it. The Prime Minister designate Ghazami received at his office in the government palace this afternoon a special representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations, and Miss Blackshart was there. The development of the government formation efforts to confront the corona pandemic and the continuation of cooperation and coordination between Iraq and the United Nations was discussed. This is big. United Nations towards the end of 2019, before the December when the government got, dissolved again. I guess you want to call it not dissolved, but what's his name? Mahdi's government just went to hell in a handbasket. They were close. She was giving out great report cards. She was very happy about where they were as a country. They were very close to pulling the trigger on this deal, and no, ever since then it's been nothing but turmoil. So the fact that she's there now, I'm hoping that, while she don't have I don't know how much of a say-so, to be honest with you, she has. But I'm hoping whatever conversation she had with Kazami, it was a positive one. Okay? Al-Kazami expressed his satisfaction with the conduct of the government formation, consultations, and his aspiration for everyone's cooperation and enabling the government to work to meet needs of the citizens and respond to their legitimate aspirations. So this is good. This is a good meeting. It doesn't really mean anything right now. She's been there to support these people before, and they've let her down. So this is really riding on Parliament now. Everything is riding on Parliament. If they can't get this guy in the office, get his government established within 30 days, do not be surprised if they dissolve the parliament. To be quite honest, again, I'm going to tell you, I hope they dissolve it. Having so many Iranian-backed politicians in Iraq is really stifling the growth of the country altogether. The Iranian-backed puppets are there for the benefit of Iran, not Iraq. So let's see where this goes. This is a good sign. There's OPEC signed a historic agreement, okay, to reduce oil productions by 9.7 million barrels per day. And some of you are asking me, what does that mean? Well, when they reduce the amount of oil that's out there, think supply and demand. If there's less oil out there on the market, there's more of a demand for it. The value of the oil is going to go up. That's bad for us over here when it comes to gas, which is surprising to me because we are the world's leading exporter of energy now. So why does it affect our pockets? I have no idea. I think it's just an excuse for the oil cartel companies to raise and lower prices at their convenience. Here in California, there's people, somebody showed me a sign that I think it's in somewhere in the tip of New York. Gas is now selling at 69 cents a gallon. 69 cents. Good Lord, I haven't seen that since the 70s. Yeah, I'm aging myself. The 70s. Oh my God, that's really low. But we're not going to see it here in California because we get taxed to death. So, okay, anyways, there's enough of that. But look, this agreement has happened. This is good, but they're going to have to find a way to make up for a lot of lost money since this oil war started taking place and the coronavirus hit them. We all know what that is. We all know that a rate change will help them. As much as I would love to see a rate of 322, and what was explained to me makes perfectly good sense that maybe Iraq does come out with the rate of 322. And what that does is it would allow them to really just get, well, one is make up a lot of their budget deficit. Two, would allow them to import a lot of things that is needed. Food, medical supplies, stuff to really start infrastructure over there. All right. But it's not going to help them as far as competing on import exports, nor it might be a little too expensive for outside investors to come into the country. What I think might happen is you might see a rate somewhere around that rate. Don't quote me on this, but it would make sense to me if they started off with that rate, did what they need to do for a couple months, and turn around and lower that rate somewhere down where that sweet spot is, $1.13, $1.34 a dinar. Okay, but don't be surprised if it doesn't come out at the $1.13 or $1.34 mark. I'm thinking $1.34. Okay. Anyways, again, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. Please be safe. Okay, the world is a better place with you in it. And as far as the other YouTuber, you guys don't have to let me know what he says or does anymore. There's no sense of bringing it up. At this point, it's beyond pathetic and he is discredited. So just let him do his own thing, all right? Let him do his own thing. Just if you want to entertain yourself, then continue going over there. But you don't have to let me know. I appreciate that. And I know you guys get a kick out of it. It was funny for a minute, but now it's just beyond pathetic, all right? So you guys have a great, happy Easter and be safe. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.